I will again discuss with you some next problems which is based on sum of trigonometric function that will be converted into as a product of trigonometric function and vice versa also. First of all, I want to tell you, in the previous class I have already discussed a lot of problems which is also related to that type of formula, but in this video I will again discuss some standard problems. I think that will be again your problems. So I want to take all that type problems which is standard and that becomes tougher than other problems. Now firstly take example 15. In the example 15, they tell you prove that sin alpha plus sin beta plus sin gamma minus sin alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to 4 times sin alpha plus beta by 2 sin alpha plus beta by 2 into sin beta plus gamma by 2 into sin alpha plus gamma, or you can say that gamma plus alpha by 2. You have to prove it. Now firstly go from LHS. If you go from LHS, sin alpha minus sin alpha plus beta plus gamma, firstly choose this term. After it you can use this also, but I want to tell you choose this term. If you choose sin c minus sin d for this term, you get sin c minus sin d is equal to what? 2 cos c plus d by 2. 2 cos c plus d by 2. Here c is equal to alpha and d is equal to alpha plus beta plus gamma. If you add, you get 2 alpha plus beta plus gamma by 2. That is, can you write 2 alpha plus beta plus gamma by 2 into sin alpha minus beta, sin c minus d by 2. Here c is equal to alpha and d is equal to this term. If you subtract alpha, then you get definitely beta minus gamma. Can you write it? Minus times beta plus gamma by 2. Here simply use 2 sin c minus sin d. That will be 2 cos c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. And another term will be sin beta plus sin gamma. As you know that it is also just like the sin c plus sin d. And as you know that sin c plus sin d is equal to 2 sin c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2. Can you write it again? 2 sin beta plus gamma by 2 into cos beta minus gamma by 2. Now, if you take common from both terms, what? Sin beta plus gamma by 2. How can you take common? Because sin minus theta can be written as minus sin theta. So if you take common from both terms, 2 times sin beta plus gamma by 2, then you get definitely, if you take common 2 times sin beta plus gamma by 2, then you get definitely cos 2 alpha plus beta plus gamma by 2. Cos 2 alpha plus beta plus gamma by 2. Here it is also, you have to also again use minus because sin minus theta is equal to minus sin theta, and you have already taken common only sin beta plus gamma. You have leave minus. Now similarly here you get cos beta minus cos gamma by 2. This is your obtained expression. Now here you have to also again use the formula of cos c minus d. If suppose b minus gamma by 2 is equal to c and 2 alpha plus beta plus gamma by 2 is equal to b, then it is just like a cos c minus cos d. What is the formula of cos c minus cos d? Can you write it? 2 times sin beta plus gamma by 2. Suppose that it is c and it is d. Then cos c minus cos d. Cos c minus cos d is equal to 2 times sin c plus d by 2. If you add c plus d by 2, you observe that gamma and minus gamma vanishes each other, and beta plus beta 2 beta and 2 alpha. If you take 2 common, you get alpha plus beta by 2. Then 2 cancel plus beta by 2. What is it? From which it here 2 comes by formula, because 2 alpha plus 2 beta by 2, you get 2 alpha plus 2 beta by 2, and 2 cancel, but you get finally formula sin cos c plus cos d is equal to 2 cos c plus, sorry, cos c minus cos d is equal to 2 sin c plus d by 2. Here c plus d is equal to 2 alpha plus 2 beta by 2 by 2. This is 2. Now sin d minus c by 2, about which I have already told you. This is very important formula for you. Sometimes students are always confused about it, because sin cos c minus cos d is equal to 2 sin c plus d by 2 into sin d minus c by 2. So can you write it sin d 2 alpha plus beta plus gamma by 2? If you subtract beta minus gamma from this term, you get definitely beta vanishes by beta, and minus beta will be plus beta, and finally you get 2 alpha plus 2 gamma by 2 by 2. Definitely you get 2 and 2 cancel, and finally you get 2 alpha plus gamma. In only 2 steps I have proved it. You can use more than 2 steps, but I think there is nothing. Simply I have used calculation. If you don't understand, then you can manipulate 2 alpha plus beta plus gamma by 2 minus beta minus gamma by 2. It is d minus c by 2. It is d minus c by 2. After manipulating, you definitely get alpha plus gamma by 2. So that 2 times 2 will be 1. 4 times. If you write alpha plus beta by 2 here, beta plus gamma by 2 here, into sin alpha plus gamma by 2, which is your RHS simply. Now I again take another example. In the next example, example 16. In example 16, if sin y plus z minus x, if sin y plus z minus x, comma, sin z plus x minus y, comma, sorry, and sin x plus y minus z are in AP, then prove that tan x, tan y and tan z are in AP. How can you prove it? Tan x, tan y and tan z are in AP. How can you prove it? Firstly, I want to tell you, if A, B, C, D are in AP, suppose that A, B, C, D are in AP, what can you tell about it? Can you write B minus A is equal to what? Common difference. If you take any term and subtract that term, it's just preceding term, you get common difference. B minus C. If you choose C, it will be C minus B. If you choose D, D minus C. It is all equal. These are all equal each other. So from this expression, can you write here? Can you write? Can you write? Since these terms are in AP, so sin z plus x minus y minus sin y plus z minus x is equal to sin x plus y minus z minus sin z plus x minus y. Can you write it? Now, from this, from LHS, can you write sin c minus sin d? What is the value of sin c minus sin d? Sin c minus sin d is equal to 2 cos c plus d by 2. If you add, then definitely y and y vanishes, x and x vanishes, z and z will be 2z by 2. That means simply you can write 2 cos z into sin c minus d by 2. If you subtract this term from it, you definitely get x positive, otherwise negative. So x and x will be 2x, and x and x, that means if you subtract c minus d, that means you get what? Z plus x minus y minus d, that means minus y minus z minus plus x. You get y will be same, z and z will be cancelled, and x 2x minus 2y. So can you write it? 2x minus 2y by 2 is equal to here sin c minus sin d also. Can you write it again? 2 cos c plus d by 2. Here z and z will be cancelled and y and y cancelled, so you get 2 cos z into sin c minus z. If you subtract x plus y from x plus y minus z minus x minus plus y, then x and x cancel over, and you get 2y minus 2z. Simply can you write 2y minus 2z, right? Now here you get what? You get 2 cos, 1 minute. You get 2 cos z into sin x minus y is equal to 2 cos z will be removed there. Removed. You can write 2 cos z into sin 2 to cancel, and you get sin minus y minus z. Can you write it? Cos z and cos z cancel, 2 and 2 cancel. So sin x minus y is equal to sin y minus z. So sin x minus y is equal to sin y minus z. If sin x minus y is equal to y minus z, then can you write it x minus y is equal to y minus z? If x minus y is equal to y minus z, then can you say x, y and z are in AP? X, y and z are in AP. If x, y, z are in AP, then x, y and z are in AP. If x, y and z are in AP, then tan x, tan y, and here you get x minus y is equal to y minus z, and x, y, z are in AP. Now, I want to again don't write it. I think here as algebraically, so I write this line, remove it. Here you get sin x minus y. Sin x minus y is equal to what? Sin x into cos y minus cos x into sin y is equal to, similarly you get here sin y into cos z minus cos y into sin z. Can you write it? After dividing on both sides by what? Cos x, cos y and cos z. If you divide whole expression, that means in LHS and RHS both sides by cos x and cos y and cos z, you definitely can tell you here after dividing cos y, cos x, cos y and cos z, you got cos x into cos y into cos z. Can you write it? After splitting into terms, you get this term by this. In that case, y, cos y and cos y cancel, you get 10x, sin x by cos x, that means 10x into, sorry, don't divide by cos y, simply divide. I think there's, so you can write cos y. Now here you get 10x by cos 10x into 1 upon cos z, sorry 1 upon cos z is equal to, here cos x by cos x cancel, sin y by cos y 10y, sorry here minus 10 y into 1 upon cos z is equal to, if you divide it, you get sin y by cos y 10y and cos z cancel, finally you get 1 upon cos x, that means you get 10y into 1 upon cos x minus sin z, sorry, cos y cancel and sin z by cos z 10z into 1 upon cos y. 1 upon cos sin z, it will be used. In this term you get z and y z, x in each case you get cos x, sorry, you get here cos x, then you get 10x minus 10y into 1 upon cos z is equal to 10y minus 10z into 1 upon cos x. In LHS you get 1 upon cos x. Now you have to prove 10x, 10y and 10z are in AP. Now 10x, 10y, sorry, it will be 10y sin x into cos y done some mistakes here, x minus y. In the previous step I have written here what, do you know, there should be before this line there should be 2 cos z into sin x minus y before this line, and 2 cos x into sin y minus z. It is your step. Here, by mistake I have cancelled each other, because here cos z and cos x you can't replace each other, that means cancel each other. So after this you have to again write 2 cos z, 2 you can cancel, then you definitely you get cos z also as a multiplication, and here you get again cos x. After it here it is a cos z in whole expression, and here as a multiplication there is a cos x. Again here it is a cos z and here it is a cos x. Now if you multiply cos z cancel and cos x cancel. Now you have to simply proceed after it. Cos z cancel and you get 10x minus 10y is equal to 10y minus 10z. After multiplying by negative sign on both sides, you get 10y minus 10x is equal to 10z minus 10y. In that case, if suppose that this term will be a and this term will be b and this term will be c, then definitely 10y will be again b. A, B, C is in AP if B minus C is equal to C minus B. So AB and C are AP. So AB and C are in AP. Now I take again next questions. The next question, next example. Example 17. If cos A plus B into sin C minus D, if cos A minus B into sin C minus D is equal to cos A minus B into sin C plus D, then prove that tan A into tan B into tan C tan A into tan B into tan C plus tan D is equal to 0. You have to prove it. Firstly, go from LHS. From LHS, can you write? Sorry. In that case, whatever you see, the given problem, if there is given as A plus B, A minus B into C plus D into C minus D, definitely you will again always try to solve by a important concept using ratio and proportion concept. If you write it, here it is sin cos A minus B, sorry, here cos A plus B. Can you write cos A plus B divided by cos A minus B is equal to sin C plus D divided by sin C minus D? Can you write it? And you know that if A upon B is equal to C upon D, then using componendo and dividendo, you can write A plus B divided by A minus B is equal to C plus D divided by C minus D. So can you write it? Cos A plus B plus cos A minus B divided by cos A plus B minus cos A minus B is equal to sin C plus D plus sin C minus D divided by sin C plus D minus sin C minus D. Can you write it? Now, cos C plus cos D is equal to 2 cos C plus D by 2. That means cos A plus B plus A minus B. B cancel and 2A by 2. That means I have a direct integral. And cos C plus D, 2 cos C plus D by 2 into cos C minus D by 2. If you subtract, then you definitely get cos B, because you get cos minus 2B by 2. That means cos minus B. Cos minus B is equal to simply cos B, because cos minus theta is equal to cos minus theta is equal to cos theta. So you can directly write 2 cos A into cos B divided by. Similarly, you get in numerator 2 sin cos C minus cos D is equal to 2 sin C plus D by 2. In that case, B and B vanishes each other and you get 2 sin into sin D minus C by 2. D minus C by 2, that means A minus B minus A plus B. If you take minus here, you get definitely A and minus B vanishes and you get minus B cancel. Minus B and minus B, that means minus 2B by 2. That means simply minus sin B is equal to here sin C plus sin D. Sin C plus sin D plus sin C minus sin D. That means that you know that sin A plus B, that means sin, suppose that it will be x and it will be y, then you can tell here sin x plus sin y is equal to 2 sin x plus y by 2. That means sin C plus D plus C minus D. That means D and minus D vanishes each other and finally you get C plus C 2C by 2. That means C into cos C sin sin x plus sin y is equal to 2 sin x plus y by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. That means sin c minus d by 2. You get sin c minus d by 2. That means cos d. Similarly, here sin c plus d minus, that means sin c minus sin d, that will be what? Sin c minus sin d is equal to what? 2 into cos c plus d by 2, that means c plus c, 2c by 2, that means c, into sin c minus d by 2. Sin c minus d by 2, that means c plus d minus sin c minus d by sin c minus d, that means what? Now 2 to each other cancel and 2 to cancel. Now you get sin a by cos a is equal to 1 by 10 in denominator into cos b by 10b, that means 10b is equal to sin c by cos c, 10c into sin d by cos d, that means 10d. Now if you multiply cross each other, you get definitely what? Here it is minus. Minus 10a into, that means here it is a, you definitely get minus 10b is equal to 10a into 10b. You can take negative in numerator, then you get definitely 10a into 10b into 10c. That implies that 10a into 10b into 10c plus d is equal to 0. Sorry, plus 10d is equal to 0, because here it is equal to minus 10d. Whole expression product of its denominator and numerator is equal to minus 10d. And if you take it towards its direction, you definitely get in positive 10d, and you get 10a into 10b into 10c plus 10d is equal to 0. Now we take next examples. Componendo and dividendo, one of the important property of ratio and proportion. Sometimes it becomes more crucial for you during solving any problems as an equation of any equations. Now we take another examples. Example 18. In this problem, it says that if cos x plus y is equal to m times cos x minus y, cos x plus y is equal to m times cos x minus y, then prove that. Then you have to prove that 10x is equal to 1 minus m by 1 plus m into what y. You have to prove it. How can you solve it? Simply you have to proceed from given condition. From given condition, can you write it? Cos x plus y by cos x minus y is equal to 1 upon m. After applying componendo and dividendo on both sides, then you get cos x plus y plus cos x minus y divided by cos x plus y minus cos x minus y is equal to 1 plus m divided by 1 upon m, 1 minus m. That implies that cos c minus cos d is equal to what? 2 cos c plus d by 2, y and minus 2 variances is there in that, and 2x by 2, that means x into cos c minus d by 2, that means x plus y minus x minus y. Here y and y positive, that means finally you get cos y divided by, in denominator you get what? Cos c minus cos d is equal to 2 sin c plus d by 2, that means sin x, and sin c minus d by, that means minus sin y. Because here if you d minus c, if you subtract x plus y from x minus y, you definitely get minus y. Sin minus y is equal to minus sin y. So I have written here directly common minus 2 and 2 and 2 cancel. You get 1 upon 1 plus m divided by 1 minus m. Have you understood? Now it is cos x into cos y. Cos x by sin x. and cos y by sin y. Can you write cos y by sin y is equal to what? Cos y by sin y is equal to what? Cot y. That implies that. Can you write it? Cot y, and it is a sin x by cos x. You can take denominator. If you take cos x in denominator, sin x by cos x, it will be 10x. In denominator, you can write 10x. That means cot y by 10x. 10x. Now, you get cot y by 10x is equal to 1 plus m by 1 minus m into, sorry, and here it is a negative sign. There is a negative sign, and negative sign. There is okay. Negative. Now cot y minus cot y by 10x is equal to 1 plus m divided over minus m. After reversing each other, you can say also in other word. Can you tell here 10x? If you take 10x here, you get 1 minus m here, and you directly get after it 10x is equal to 1 minus, that means minus 1 minus m, that means minus m minus 1 divided by, you can write it as minus 1 minus m divided by 1 plus m into, if you take cot y in cot y here, so you get finally 10x is equal to 1 minus 1 minus m divided by 1 plus m into cot y. It is your final answer. Now we take next problems. In the next problem, second, m sin alpha, if m sin alpha is equal to n sin x plus alpha, n sin x plus alpha, x plus 2 alpha, then prove that 10x plus alpha into cot alpha, ये multiplication cot alpha is equal to m plus n by m minus n. How can you solve it? It is also very simple. Can you write from given condition m by n is equal to sin x plus 2 alpha divided by sin alpha. Using componendo and dividendo, can you write m plus n by m minus n is equal to sin x plus 2 alpha plus sin alpha by sin x plus 2 alpha minus sin alpha? And you know that m plus n by m minus n is equal to sin c plus sin d is equal to what? 2 sin c plus d by 2, that means x plus 2 alpha by x plus 2 alpha plus x plus 2 alpha and x, sorry, here it is x, not a alpha, m sin alpha, sorry, it is x, by mistake I have written here alpha. Sin c plus d is equal to what? 2 sin c plus d by 2, that means x plus 2 alpha plus x by 2, that means x 2x plus 2 alpha by 2, that means x plus alpha. Can you write 2 sin x plus alpha into cos c minus d by 2, that means x, that means simply alpha, because if you subtract x from x plus 2 alpha, you get definitely 2 alpha by 2, that means simply alpha divided by sin c minus sin d is equal to what? 2 cos c plus d by 2, that means simply cos x plus alpha, and similarly here you get definitely what? Cos alpha. Now from this expression 2 and 2 cancel, sin x plus sin x plus alpha by cos x plus alpha is equal to what? 10x plus alpha into cos x by x plus alpha by, here it is sin, there should be sin, here sin c minus d, there should be sin, and cos alpha by sin alpha you will have cot alpha, which is your answer, because 10x plus alpha, that is sin positive, 10x plus alpha into cot alpha is called m plus n, m minus n, which is your required proven mathematical statement. Now we take the next example. In the next problem, given that 14 sin alpha is equal to k times sin beta, then you have to prove that tan alpha minus beta by 2 is equal to k minus 1 by k plus 1 into tan alpha plus beta by 2. You have to prove it. How can you solve? Firstly, sin alpha is equal to k sin beta. Can you write it? Sin alpha by sin beta is equal to k by 1. Can you write it? Now, after using componendo and dividendo, can you write sin alpha plus sin beta by sin alpha minus sin beta is equal to k plus 1 by k minus 1? Can you write? If you write sin c plus sin d is equal to what? 2 sin c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2 divided by sin c minus d by 2, 2 cos c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2. Can you write? Is equal to k plus 1 divided by k minus 1. Can you write? 2 and 2 here cancellation. Sin alpha plus beta by 2 by cos alpha plus beta by 2 what? Tan alpha plus beta by 2 into cos alpha minus beta by 2 divided by sin alpha minus beta sin alpha minus, you can take here cos alpha minus beta by 2 in denominator. If you take denominator, you get sin alpha minus beta by 2 divided by cos alpha minus beta by 2, that will be tan alpha minus beta by 2, and if you multiply LHS, then you definitely get k minus 1 times k plus 1 into tan alpha minus beta by 2. Tan alpha minus beta by 2. And here you have to prove, here it is plus and here it is minus. If you cross multiply each other, then you definitely get tan alpha minus beta by 2 is equal to, here it is minus according to this problem. If you multiply, cross multiply, you get definitely tan alpha minus beta by 2 is equal to k minus 1 come here in numerator and k plus 1 comes here in denominator. So you can write k minus 1 divided by k plus 1 into tan alpha plus beta by 2. That we want. Now, want to take another problems. I think this is your last problems of this exercise. So, first let's write your problem. In this 20, given that sin x plus sin y is equal to a and sin x minus y is equal to b, cos x plus cos y is equal to b, then find tan x plus y by 2 and tan x minus y by 2. You have to find two terms, tan x plus y by 2 and tan x minus y by 2. You have to find both terms. Firstly, write. How can you solve it? If you divide by this way, then you get sin c plus d by 2. That means what? 2 sin c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2 divided by, in denominator you get 2 cos x plus y by 2 into cos x minus y by 2 is equal to what? A minus b. A by b. Here this term will be cancelled each other and 2 and 2 cancel again. Finally you get tan x plus y by 2 is equal to a by b. This is your final answer. Now you have to find tan x minus y. Tan x minus y. So if you want to find tan x minus y. How can you solve it? If you, as we know that sin x plus sin y is equal to 2 sin x plus y by 2 into cos x minus y by 2 is equal to a. Suppose that your first mathematical equation and cos x plus cos y, first answer is obtained. Now you have to find 10x minus y. Cos x plus y is equal to 2 cos x plus y by 2 into cos x minus y by 2. Can you write it is equal to b? It is your equation second. Now you have to find 10x minus y. How can you? You get cos x minus y by 2 is equal to plus minus root under a square plus b square by 2. So can I run it? So cos theta is equal to b by, that means base by hypotenuse. Can you write base by hypotenuse? It as here base and base will be a square root of a square plus b square, and height will be, hypotenuse will be 2. So can you find perpendicular? What will be the value of perpendicular? Perpendicular is equal to a square of hypotenuse minus a square of base. Finally you get, it will be 4 minus a square plus b square. So 10x minus y is equal to what? Perpendicular by base. In that case, perpendicular is equal to this term under root 4 minus a square plus b square divided by. Don't forget to write plus and minus both sides, because in the given formula there is no any distraction, so you can take positive and negative both sides, because x minus y may lie in any quadrant. And under root 4 minus a square plus b square divided by b by h, that means here you get hypotenuse equal perpendicular by base is equal to what? Under root a square plus b square. If you take in it, you can write plus minus under root 4 by under a square plus b square, and a square plus b square by a square plus b square equal to what? Minus 1. It is your final answer of this problem. I think I have done whole exercise for you. Now you have to simply revise your all formula. After it, some algebraic formula and as a ratio, proportion, property, component and dividend. After it, everything becomes okay and you can solve every problem simply. Sometimes this problem is a very good problem, because many competition it is asked sometimes. So I think this is a very standard problem, but in your examination, in general way, they always ask 10x plus y. That will be very simple for you. So, but it is also very simple. Only there are 2 steps to write it or to understand it. Now, I think time is over for you. Now I will again attend in next class, and I will discuss problems related to multiple and submultiple angle, because in this class I will until now only discuss compound angle formula and compound parts of compound angle, that means sum of trigonometric function, sum of trigonometric angle you have to convert as a multiple angle or as a multiplication, and if given that a trigonometric function is in product of 2 or more than 2 trigonometric function, then you have to convert it into sum of 2 or more than 2 trigonometric function. But next class I will discuss only formula. I think I have already told you all formula also, but in next class I will discuss as a sin 2x is equal to what, and you know the sin 2x is equal to sin x into cos x, all these formula, and I tell you, and after it I will discuss different kinds of problems that will be based on this formula, that means multiple angle formula and some multiple angle formula. Thanks all of you. Time is over. I will again meet you in next class. Bye.